everybody, we're the Adventure Boys, and today we're going to be talking about our pet earthworms. Alright, so here's some of the worms out of our worm bin are. You can see there's quite a few. This is just some of them out of there. They're pretty messy, as you can see here, but they do have a purpose. I'm just going to go ahead and put these guys back in here. I'll show them one more time for you guys before they go. Alright, so these worms do have a purpose, besides just being cool, at least to us. Some people don't like them, some people find them gross, but they actually are natural composters. So what you can do is put like shredded paper, not going to go into too much detail, but shredded paper and your food scraps, so like everything but mainly citrus and onion can go into your worm bin, and then you water it, and you can put a couple other things in there like eggshell, a couple other things, and basically they'll compost down all of that. A bee just flew right at me. They'll basically compost down all of your food scraps way faster than if you were just to have a compost pile. So they speed up the composting process quite a bit. So they're really nice to have. You can just keep your worms in a barrel with a removable lid like this. You can do worm bins with buckets. Basically any container you want, you can keep your worms in, as long as it has a sealable lid. So especially if you're in a more rural area, predators can't get into your worms. So sometimes they struggle during winter when it gets too cold and it freezes, so we got to bring them into our garage and stuff to try to keep them warm and keep them from freezing. But for the most part, they do pretty fine, other than when it gets below freezing. Like just filling in here, you can tell like there's actually quite a bit of heat. Just opening this up, you can feel the heat coming out because of the food and everything breaking down. It's producing a lot of heat. So if you, like putting your hand down there, you can feel a lot of heat radiating off of it. So, and then another thing these worms provide is after you they've broken down your food, at some point the worms will become to have broke everything down, and you'll have to add more food. And every now and then, if you want, you can collect the worm castings, which is essentially worm poop. So you can collect the worm castings out of it, and you can use a type of screen. And you basically put your soil in there, and you use a screen, and it's like goes around. It's like a bucket with screen mesh on it, and then you can collect your worm castings that way too. And worm castings are really good for your garden. You can put them on your plants as fertilizer, and your trees, any type of gardening you're doing, worm castings can be beneficial. They also help fluff your soil up. So if you have earthworms, any type of earthworm in your garden, they help fluff the soil up when they make their when they go through the soil. So they're in more ways than one beneficial, other than just breaking your food down and not having to throw it away. Or if you have a compost, it helps speed up the composting process. So they're highly beneficial in so many different ways, and we definitely recommend you have a worm bin so you don't have to throw away so many food scraps like celery, any type of food scrap except citrus and onion. Basically are beneficial for them. And so we've had this worm bin for around 2 years, maybe a little more than 2 years, and they're surviving to this day and thriving. So if you guys want to learn how to make one of these worm bins, we'll leave a link down in the description below to that video we show exactly how to make one of these, and basically everything your worms need to thrive. And we'll also put a link up there, wherever it is. So you can go check that video out if you're interested in making one of these worm bins. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe, and until next time, bye.